And we're going to start today with some news from a short while back, but I think it's relevant. How the taxman spies on everything you buy and sell online. Thanks to a new law hardly anyone has noticed. Tax officers monitor eBay and Airbnb to check up on activity. HMRC has been hiring teams of data analysts and intelligence analysts. Taxmen can now force auction and payment sites to hand over your details. Investigators now have extensive access to ETSY at eBay, Booking.com and Airbnb. Tax officials are spying on eBay and Airbnb customers' accounts to obtain their names, addresses, bank account numbers and details of what they buy and sell online, Moneymail can reveal. HM Revenue and Customs quietly acquired powers in September which allow it to snoop on anyone who uses so-called marketplace websites that connect buyers and sellers. It means teams of investigators now have extensive access to websites such as Etsy, where craft makers sell items like homemade cards and knitting, and eBay, as well as property and holiday letting sites including Booking.com and Airbnb. They can also see customers' online shopping and sales receipts with payments firms such as PayPal and WorldPay. Under new laws, these websites can now be forced to hand over millions of customers' details whenever the taxman asks. Officials don't need any evidence that you have done something wrong to see your data, nor need they ask for your permission or inform you they are snooping. HMRC, the criminal cartel which gathers money for the evil satanic queen, can feed the information into a sophisticated new computer system that flags up anyone who appears to be evading tax. This is a dictatorship. If you can't see this is a dictatorship, there's something wrong with you. They're now that greedy. They want to know if you're selling cards without informing them on that sort of shit. Whereas the massive corporations get away without paying any tax whatsoever. But there, you know, you carry on, let them have what they want. I won't read any more on that subject because it'll just piss me off more. But basically, it's a dictatorship. Express. Free bottle of water worth £1.19. Small bottle of water like this, £1.19. They're taking the piss. That's unusual. What Sir Tom says about the satanic bitch. She eats children, drinks their blood, and that's why she stayed alive so long, apparently. Well, that's what he may have said. Victory for common sense. Police clear 78-year-old who killed burglar defending home. Now, the police wouldn't have done this if there hadn't been such an outcry from you and me, because they realise that could happen to us and we would do exactly the same. So this is a victory for you and me. Don't let the paper claim that it's because of them or anything like that, which they'll no doubt try and do. The scum. Victory for common sense. Same quote, same thing. Joyous police drop burglar murder case against OAP. Free cheers. And Semi-Naked is just Strictly's new pro dancer. Sun does like to put naked women on the front of its paper because it's the only thing that could entice anyone to buy the rag. Telegraph. Police abandoned 2 in 3 burglary victims as crime soars. Oh, and why is that? Why is it soaring? That's what you've got to ask. Why is it soaring? It's soaring because the treasonous May is cutting all the cops so that she can bring in G4S as the new private police force. And if we allow that, it's total dictatorship. A private police force is dictatorship. Bring back stop and search, says police leader. No, feck off. Just think about it. You're walking down the road. I'm just going to search you. No, you're not. I do not consent. Well, we can do... No, you can't. I am my own sovereign being. I do not consent. You can do one. More propaganda. Putting cronies 1 billion London flotation question as US frees his assets. Even though it's been proven there's no evidence, not one shred of evidence that Russia did it. So what you've got to ask yourself there is, if Russia didn't do it, who did? Quo bono. Who profits? Well, who's profited the most? Oh, Theresa May. Because, not talking about Brexit, not talking about her dictatorship, not talking about her crimes, not talking about the paedophiles in Parliament, all the papers are talking about the Russians. Can we see who's benefited? So we can find out by a mere simple matter of deduction who is to blame. Theresa May. The Guardian. Diplomatic row intensifies as ex-spy rapidly improves. Well, I got something to say about that. If he's rapidly improving even, it can't be Novichok, can it? Because if it was, he'd be dead. So would his daughter. So therefore, it probably wasn't Novichok, or it was such a watered-down version that had been manufactured by Porton Down that it wasn't really deadly. Or maybe it was and they just underestimated it. Who knows? Either way, zero evidence Russia did it. Quo bono, Theresa May did it. Or ordered it, should we say. Because she hasn't got the bottle to do anything herself. Labour's ruling body split over action on anti-Semitism. Here's what you do on anti-Semitism. Kick it out. Anti-Semitism is no longer a word to be used in the English language because it's a fake word used to protect the Zionist Ashkenazi scum. Aye. Murder probe into Russians' sudden death in Surrey. Ah, well, we'll poison someone else or we'll kill someone else simply because the public aren't actually believing the bullshit we're putting out. So if we poison someone else or kill someone else and it's Russian, it'll make it look more like it's Russia instead of us. French authorities are now investigating whistleblower's death as suspected murder, I learns. Detectives examine whether he was given rare plant-based poison while visiting Paris. British police under pressure to reopen inquiry into 2012 collapse of Alexander Perpechkaneny. Yeah, close enough. Inquest resumes as MI5, the real culprits, re-examines evidence and fix it so it looks like the way they want it to go. Because Theresa May's told them which way to go. Or should we put that another way? Her puppet masters have told her what to do. Noisy neighbours, Man City go for record-breaking, blah, blah. Burglar pensioner faces no further action. Find the animal if in you. That's it really in that rag. Mail. Superb Sovereign Weekend magazine. Megan, the untold story plus glorious unseen pictures of the parasites. They've got to push these parasites every chance they can, because unfortunately some of you dumbass some of you lot out there actually think they're great, and they're not a bunch of parasitical scum that's been living off the back of the poor forever, because that's all they've ever done. You'll do it our way or we'll kill you. Okay, we'll be your slaves. Stephen's mother, it's time to move on. 25 years after her son's murder. Doreen Lawrence, heartfelt plea. Well, it's in the papers, so it must be true. In the clear, OOP held for killing of burglar. The Times. No further action over burglar death. Top DJ profits from gangs. Tim Westwood's YouTube channel hosts videos inciting violence. But I bet he hasn't had a strike. Mirror. Bristow. A Bailey's for breakfast, 12 bottles of champagnes on a flight and 20 pints of Guinness a day. And that's what happens if you make a load of money and you're just a normal bloke, you end up being a major pisshead. Police. Ant twice the limit. Challenge alleges Star breathalyzer reading as was 75 mcg. Well, I'll tell you what now. This is just something that popped in my head. If I was him, well, for a start, I wouldn't have a solicitor. But if I was him and knowing he will have a solicitor, I would be onto my solicitor saying I can't get a fair trial now because they've already said that I'm guilty. Just saying. That's probably what they've done for anyway. Star. Monster exclusive. Evil Rose West in hospital dash. And there's another semi-naked. So the Sun and the Stars both got it. The Scum and the Stars both got it in today then. Nakedness. Victory for Britain. Bulger killer won't be charged. Bulger killer won't be charged. How's that a victory? Then again, it's in the regs, so you know they work to their own agenda, nothing to do with us. FT, the man who took on Facebook and what he did next. Great. Wall of smoke. Palestinians in second week of protests as Israel border. But you don't hear the outrage about it. You know, like, oh, they are ISIS in Syria, or the Syrian leader is using chemical weapons. But Israel use whatever they like, chemical weapons, white phosphorus. They've used it all. And what happens? Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. America still keeps funding it to billions of dollars a day. We've got the most treasonous bunch of corrupt MPs who are behind it. You've got Conservatives for Israel, Labour for Israel, Liberals for Israel. Israel is the problem, or more correctly, the Zionist Ashkenazis that run Israel. US takes aim at Russian oligarchs. Toughest sanctions yet. Rusal and Gazprom chiefs targeted, freeze on business assets. Even though there's not a shred of evidence linking Russia to the attack carried out by our secret services or Mossad or CIA. Either way, it wasn't Russia. The evidence shows it wasn't Russia. Their reaction shows it wasn't Russia. So we've got a bunch of treasonous scum in Parliament trying to cause World War III because that's the plan to depopulate the planet. Can you see that yet? Their plan, depopulate the planet. What better way to kill off 95% of the population than nuke the planet? That's the plans. You can stop them if you get off your ass and start talking to others. Otherwise, I guess we're going to see a mushroom cloud or several. Amazon and eBay agree to work with HMRC in crackdown on VAT dodgers. How about you scum-sucking HMRC go after the real tax dodgers, likes of Starbucks and Google and Amazon and yeah, them, the real eBay, the real tax dodgers, not the little man trying to make a tiny little bit of profit for himself. But no, that's not how it works, is it? Because you scum suckers are only after keeping the poor down whilst keeping the rich rich. Brixton traders driving out of Archers by Network, driven out of Archers by Network Rail. Oh, so that scum-sucking Network Rail is causing more problems because they think they're a law unto themselves, just like the UK government thinks it's a law unto themselves. Well, I guess what? You're not, and your time's almost up. And I'm going to look forward to the time you spend the rest of your lives in prison.